Hey guys, Mr. Party Rock 22 here, and I'm just doing a very quick deck profile of a deck I've been testing on Dueling Network and tested in actual play today. It's been beating Monarchs, Rabbit decks, Insector decks, Evols. It has kind of a hard time with Samurais because of the way that they swarm, sack the shit out of you with their gateway. And Dark Worlds kind of has a hard time because it picks away at your hand, but I mean, hey, what can you do? But it's just a typical Gadget Machina deck. Believe it or not, this has actually been running incredibly smooth for me. I'm actually really liking it. I used to run this a long time ago. Other people wanted more deck profiles from me other than anything to do with dragons or sworn, so here's a quickie one for you guys. I know it's not the best deck in the world, but I mean, I've been playing it, and personally I've been enjoying it because I've been beating like everything. And I'm not trying to brag when I say that, but I haven't. But let's start off with the beater main monster of the deck, Machina Fortress. You discard machine monsters whose level equals at least 8 or higher to special summon this guy from your hand or graveyard. You can discard him for his own effect, so basically you discard him and any other machine, because he's level 7, to special summon him from the graveyard. When he's targeted by a monster effect, you look at your opponent's hand and discard a card, and when he's destroyed as a result of battle and sent to your graveyard, so even if your opponent takes it, you still get the effect, you destroy a card on the field. So he's pretty good. And then we run the 3 Machina gear frames, which is when this guy is summoned, he searches a Machina monster, so he searches for him. He's also a Union monster, so you can actually place him in your spell trap zone, equip it to any machine, typically this guy though. And then if the monster that he's equipped to would be destroyed, you can destroy the gear frame instead. And I run 1 Machina Peacekeeper. This guy, when he's destroyed on the field and sent to the graveyard, you add a Union monster to your hand. So this guy searches out these guys for you. And he has the same effect. He's a Union monster, so you can equip him when the monster dies. He gets destroyed instead. You run 2 Machina Cannon. His effect is you can discard Machina monsters from your hand, special summon him from your hand. He gets 800 attack for everyone, but we don't do that. His only thing this guy's in here for is for his level, because he is level 8. So we would discard him to basically special summon back your fortress, so you don't have to discard a ton of stuff. And he is also searchable because he has Machina in his name. He is also searchable by your gear frame. Basically, you could be like, summon gear frame, add this guy to your hand, discard him to special summon back your fortress. Because fortress, you just have to toss more machine monsters up to level 8. It can be 1 machine, 2 machines, any amount. That's it for Machinas. And then we run the other standard. I'm just running the main decking, the 2, green gadget, red gadget, yellow gadget. These guys, you summon, you search another one, so you summon yellow, searches for green, green searches for red. So it's basically you summon, you get a card back in your hand so you don't lose hand presence. And basically you'd be like, summon yellow, searches out your green gadget, add this guy to hand, next turn summon green, which searches out red, and they're basically, they keep your hand presence up while keeping your field with monsters. These guys are all also machines, so you can discard them for which you want to try to avoid, but you can discard them for your Machina Forge 2. But they work so well because you run 2 Trigodias. So summon yellow gadget, search green gadget. You still have 6 cards in your hand. When they attack over your yellow gadget, you can summon a Trigodia. When you drop Trigodia, you would have had 6 cards in your hand unless you set spell traps. And then Trigodia comes out as a beater for you, which you run majority level 4s. You run 2 and 7, but then you can discard those for Trigodia, take a monster, and you can make his level a level of a monster in your graveyard. So he helps with your exceeding. And we also play the Gores, because Gores is horrors. Gores wins games. We run the 2 effect failure. I mean, it's effect failure, like enough said. Just MVP of the format right now. I know you probably hear that in every single deck profile video, but pretty straightforward. Just discard, negate a monster's effect. The priority made this guy very, very well. Actually, maybe a female, I'm not sure, but anyway. And he's level 1, and he's a tuner. Apparently, some people don't know that. I've pointed that out to a few people lately. That's it for monsters. There's 20. I know that's a lot for this format, but I mean, you burn through them pretty quick. So then we run the 2-pot of duality, because a lot of your turns will be just normal summon, search, normal summon a gadget, search. So you can play duality, add the gadget, summon, search, play duality first turn, get a Machina gear frame, summon, search your fortress, yada yada. You get the point from that. We play the 2 Forbidden Lance. This is practically a staple now. I mean, the gadget decks used to all run Shrink, but right now I'm kind of liking this more, because when a gadget dies, you just drop your Godia. I mean, you run the Smashing Grounds, which is my next card, for monster removal. Effect Failure stops monster effects. A lot of monsters aren't too big nowadays, so you don't really need Shrink. And this keeps like cards like Dark Hole, Trench Tribute off your Machina Fortress when you go to summon them. So you can be like Summon Fortress if they go Torrential Tribute. You don't need to worry about it anymore, because then you play this. He may lose attack points, but at least he doesn't get destroyed. Then you don't have to give out more hand presence just to bring him back. You run 2 Smashing Ground, pretty straightforward. Activate, monster with the highest defense gets destroyed. Gadgets are known for their removal. The 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, they're gold rares, and they don't show up very well. Sorry about that. Pretty straightforward, just MST, destroy back card. Limited removal, this card is friggin' stupid retarded in this deck. It causes OTKs like crazy. You activate this card, you double all machine monsters attack. Any machines affected by this card will be destroyed in the end phase. But if you summon a fortress, you can equip your gear frame to your fortress after they all attack, and then in the end phase, when this tries to destroy your freaking what's his name, fortress. Yeah. When this guy destroys your fortress, you can just destroy the gear frame or Peacekeeper equipped instead. And if say it's Peacekeeper, then you get Search, and then just your typical 4 staples, you know, Monster Born. We all know what these do. Mind Control helps you exceed. And then onto the traps, we run typical Solemn Brigade. Everyone knows what these do. Negates anything, negates monster summons. Then your 2 Bottomless, straightforward, summon anything with higher than 1500 attack, activate, banishes it. And then your 2 Compulsory. This card's another card like Effect Failure that just became incredibly good since the Sorry, I had to focus. But since the new priority ruling changed, so there's another card people have been playing a lot since that happened. I'm going to move on to the extra deck. The extra deck isn't really done. I mean, there's some other things I got to get. And once we get the Gear Gia guy, who you can detach to search another machine from your deck, level 4 or lower, this deck will become even better. But for now, it's just the 2 Utopias, straightforward. 1 C39. Wind up, because I don't have another Utopia, just to replace him. Symphony, this guy puts in work in this deck. He's helped your gadgets run over stuff because he's a walking Book of Moon. And as strange as this is going to look, I run 2 of these guys because you make your opponent wear down a lot of their resources, and I'm supposed to be running enemy controllers. That's why I was running 2 of these guys, but I mean, it's just 21 beater, detach, put something in defense into attack. It gets you over the Spirit Reapers. It gets you over when your opponent sets stuff. Chaos Dragons are popular, so you can activate this guy's effect to force the right go, then keep going from there. Yes, this is a Terrace and a Ninja. I have these here because I'm going to be running. I side deck in the Ultimate Offerings the other set of gadgets, so I'm going to actually be putting in a Jumbo Drill, because when Jumbo Drill is another monster that when he's summoned, you can increase all machine monsters on your side of the field's level by 1. So basically, all your gadgets, once you summon 4, you drop him last. They all become level 10 or level 5. So you can exceed these guys with gadgets. These just were fillers. Don't mind those. You run the 1 Scrap Dragon. You run Stardust, Brio, Cataster, just because of effect failure. You can bring these out with the Valor and Fortress, this with any gadget, Fortress, this, just because you never know what you can mind control. You may mind control as Cheyenne. On to the side deck. The side deck isn't exactly done yet. Sorry about the twitchiness. My phone's plugged in while I'm doing this, but the side deck isn't exactly done yet, but it's 2 Trento just for the Swarm decks. 2 Ultimate Offerings, because it's Gadget, offering Gadget, you exceed like crazy. 3 Shadow Mirrors, just it helps you stand up against Inzectors and helps you pwn the hell out of Dark Worlds. The 1 Book of Moon, I didn't have room to main deck this, so I didn't. But the card stops Xyz plays and stuff. 2 DD Crows, gets around Dark World also, and helps you get around Inzectors. But there's a thing that a lot of people don't know, is that Inzectors do not target. So you cannot ask your opponent, what is your target, and then DD Crow the Hornet, or DD Crow anything, because the Inzectors can equip from the hand. So you have, when they say equip, if the only thing in the graveyard is a Hornet, you can play this. This card does not own Inzectors as much as a lot of people think. That ruling is something that I've been told recently, so if I'm lying, sorry for misguiding you, but 2 Fossil Donna helps against Sams. You just drop it, they can't special and go off like crazy. You have a Forbidden Lance set, Bottomless, Compulse, anything, gets their monster back off the field. And then we just run 1 of every gadget, the side deck in for when we side in the Ultimate Offerings, because they help a lot. Alright, that's my deck profile for my Machina Gadget deck. I hope you guys liked it. If you didn't, sorry. But still, same as I always say at the end of all my videos, more subscribers. I've been getting some subscribers. If you guys have actually subscribed to me and I haven't subscribed back, it's because I haven't actually had a chance to jump on a computer yet. I've been doing all this stuff from my phone, but I will be subscribing back to you guys. And also, just a quickie little thing. I picked this stuff up today. I mean, it's just X-saber stuff. I know I said the deck was bad in the beginning of the video, but I've actually been thinking about making the deck. So, I mean, if anyone has a good deck thing for this, it'd be highly appreciated, because I mean, I think this deck, with its hand loop and all, could actually be potentially be very good. I mean, not a meta-breaking deck, but I mean, I think the deck could be good, because it has a hand loop like wind-ups. Oh, I'm going to say half the speed of 6 Sams, because 6 Sams have Saki Gateway. But I mean, I picked the stuff up, so if anyone has any good tips on how to build that deck, it'd be really appreciated, because I don't really know how to build it that well. Anyway, I'm not going to stray off from that too much, but yeah, like I said, just subscribe, like the videos. The more videos I get likes and subscribed from, the more I'll have motivation to make more videos. But yeah, thanks guys. Peace.